Well, today we wanted to talk about the definition of employee and the reason why we're doing this, and to also distinguish between an independent contractor. Now, there's 4 reasons that we want to do this. Number one, there's tax reasons. There's also a concept called respondeat superior, and there's also agency issues, and there's liability. Finally, what happens if the Internal Revenue Service comes back and reclassifies those employees? Now, let's first of all talk about the tax ramifications. You'll notice that in every one of your checks there are 4 deductions, and these are mandated by law. There's the federal withholding tax, there's the FICA, there is Medicare, and then there's also state withholding. Now, you probably wondered what FICA is about, and FICA is a program, and it stands for Federal Income Compensation Act. It's an act that requires that the employer withhold 6.2% of your wage and then matches that by 6.2% and then pays that in to the Social Security system. Federal is all based upon your earnings and your dependents and so forth. The same with the state withholding, and then of course Medicare is where they withhold 1.45% of your wage and then the employer matches that. So you can see that if the employer fails to adequately withhold those monies, the employer could be penalized for that. The second aspect would be agency or respondeat superior. That's a Latin term. And basically what it is if you're dealing with someone that's outside of the company, they need to know that you can bind the company or that you are authorized to speak on behalf of the company. Wouldn't that be embarrassing if you entered into a contract and the company comes back and says, no, we don't even know who this guy is, or he's not authorized to enter into this obligation. The third would be liability, and that is, can the employee bind the employer? So if the employee is driving in a car, gets involved in an accident, yes, the employer is liable for that action. And then finally is the cost of reclassification. That is that if the IRS comes in and you've indicated that these folks are independent contractors and they're not, yeah, the employer will incur liabilities and penalties and could actually be barred from working.